Sam.
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, not bad.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Skyla Ramirez. Let's get started on our yoga for everybody today. Let's start by taking the feet out to any comfortable width. Now, if you know that you tend to have tightness in your hips or your back, or if you suffer from maybe sciatica pain, then be mindful to take the feet in just a little more. So apart from any sort of back or sciatica pain, take the feet out maybe to hip width or more. Let's start with a few shoulder rolls up and back. We're inhaling as we bring our shoulders up. And then as we exhale, we're going to open and drop it down. Good. Inhale, bring it up. Open and down. Now let's add in an exaggerated breath. Inhale, bring it up. And now sigh of relief. Big sigh of relief. Good. Big inhale. Back and down. Just one more. Pulling up those deltoids and then open and relax. From here, let's take our hands in front of us. We're going to turn the palms up, bringing the right hand under the left and bringing the left hand on top of your shoulder. From here, go ahead and walk the fingertips back as much as possible, or even pull those elbows in and maybe even round the upper back just a little bit. We're attempting to open up the space behind your heart. Sometimes we can get little impingements or pains here around the ribs when we have to sit for a long period of time. When you're ready, come up out of that spine. Inhale, open the arms, keep the palms up, big breath in, and now pull the elbows back as if you're trying to pinch a golf ball behind the heart. Let's lift the chin just a little bit. Look up to maybe the ceiling or where the wall meets the ceiling. Take in a big breath here in place. Exhale, switch out the arms. Let's give ourselves a hug again, a nice big embrace. Rounding the upper back, maybe bending the knees. If it feels right for you, push the hips back and then let your head drop a little bit. This way, we're not only opening the back of the heart, now we're stretching over the adrenal glands and the kidneys, hopefully fighting off things like chronic fatigue and adrenal fatigue. Now, when it feels right for you, find the next inhale. Inhale, standing tall, open up. Exhale, close it up, round the spine. Finding a one breath, one movement choreography with this. Inhale, open. Big breath in. Exhale, close it up. Keeping that movement, one breath, one movement with the breath. Inhale, open. Cross it over, switching sides. So we're going to keep this alternating of the arms while we inhale, open, and exhale, close. Being mindful to keep crossing over left over right, and then right over left. A little bit of brain work today. Let's try at least two more. We could always close the eyes, as this can help to rest your eyeballs, especially for those of us that have had to sit in front of a computer monitor for a while today. Now, when you feel that this is evened up on left and right, go ahead and come up and open the arms. Nice big breath in. We're going to breathe into the center of the chest, imagining your heart is like one big lung. Big inhale, open up, lift the ribs, lift the chin, look up towards the sky, and now exhale, relax. Let's all bring the feet into the width of our pelvis bones or the hips, bringing the hands together at the heart. As we inhale, we're stepping our left foot back, keeping a gentle bend in that right knee, reaching straight up to the sky and opening the palms of the hands. Imagine you're holding on to a 20-pound bowling ball. So there's the sensation of pulling the shoulders down, the weight of a bowling ball, creating pressure or tension down through the shoulders. And at the same time, we reach up dynamically. Try closing the eyes, even just for a moment, giving our bodies an opportunity to practice a little bit of standing supported balance with the arms overhead. One more big inhale, reach tall. Exhale, relax the hands down to the side. Let's step forward. Feet are at the width of the pelvis or the hip bones, stepping our right foot back this time, keeping a gentle bend in that left knee. You don't have to bend your knees, but locking out the knee is usually a sign that on a subconscious level, we are stubborn people. but you don't have to believe me. That's okay. Inhaling, bringing the arms up overhead, keeping the joints soft. From here, again, option to close the eyes, creating that dynamic tension in the body, holding on to our 20-pound bowling ball. Shoulders are pressing away from the ears. Fingertips are reaching towards the sky. And the breath is pretty big in the chest. One more big inhale. Exhale, relax the hands. Let's step to center. Feet are at the width of the hips and pelvis again, stepping our left foot back. Inhaling both arms up and overhead. Let's try lacing the fingers this time, inverting the palms and pressing up. Take a moment, maybe close the eyes and just tune into any sensations that the body might be revealing now. Sometimes we're so busy listening to the cueing and watching the instruction that our nervous system isn't feeling what's going on. This is why it's not so great to watch TV when you're on the treadmill. This is how people get hurt. So closing our eyes just for a moment and noticing what the shoulders are saying, what the neck is saying. If your body is telling you that it is in pain right now, if you feel any pinching or any type of discomfort, bend the elbows and lower the hands in front of the body instead. Now, from wherever we are with this body awareness, we're just ever so gently leaning to the right, working a big stretch through the body, keeping that active bend in our right knee, pressing into the inside blade and outside blade of that left foot, and maybe begin to trace a line of awareness from the outer arch of the left foot to the left hip, pull out of the left rib, pull and open that armpit, and now press with the palms of the hands. And remember to smile. When you're ready, bring it to center. Exhaling, coming down about a third of the way. Flattening our back while we're here. Lifting the chin and the head just slightly, low back and belly strengthener. Let's take both of our hands onto that front right leg, holding it here just for a moment. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale heavy from the throat. Inhale, come up a little. Exhale from the throat. Good, one more, throwing the breath. Inhale and big exhale. From here, you're welcome to maybe keep that knee bent or straighten both legs without locking out. And we may try to just gently lift that right toe away from the floor, allowing the energy of the stretch to move back into your left heel or into the left foot while we lift that right toe up. One more big breath here. And exhale. Let's bend our knee. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring it up overhead. Big breath in. Stepping to the top, having the feet at the width of our pelvis or hip bones. Let's rock forward and back a few times. Maybe first we look down at the floor when we rock forward and back. And looking down at the floor not only can be helpful to maintain balance, but also it can help to alleviate tension in the optic nerve, which can be strained when we're having to look at computer monitors and tiny phones and things of that nature. So looking down to rest the muscles in the eyes. Eventually, let's come forward and add in just a tiny lift with the heels, keeping the gaze past the cheekbones, past the nose. Big inhale, reach with the fingertips. And now exhale, drop the heels. Let's step our right foot back, establishing a strong warrior one foundation. Little bend in the left knee. Lacing our fingers together, inverting the palms again, pausing, closing the eyes, noticing if it feels any different. It's possible for it to feel very different from left to right, as there are connections in the hip that move all the way up into the chest and shoulders. If we're noticing any pain, if the body is telling us that it is uncomfortable, bend the elbows, listening to the body. Ultimately, our body is the boss of the practice, right? Our body is the teacher. Let's lean a little bit over to the left, pushing down into that right heel and into the outer and inner blades of the right foot. Tracing a line to the right hip, breathing into that upper right lung, maybe stretch through the armpit. We could look over to the left, creating a nice little squeeze in the neck. One more big breath here. Let's bring it to center. Inhaling in place. Exhale, coming down either a quarter of a way or a third of the way, maintaining as flat of a back as possible. Sometimes we don't even know that our spine is not flat. We don't know that it's not neutral. So we can do a little test. Bending both knees, flip your hips back, and now pull them forward. Good, flip them back, and now keep them back. Chances are we're flat now. It might feel like a sway back if we've been seated a lot, but even then this is going to help strengthen our belly and core. Holding airplane pose, keeping that left leg bent, right leg straight again, keeping the back flat. One big inhale in place. Exhale, both hands onto the left thigh, adding in that gentle breath. Inhale in place, gently let go. Breathe out from the throat. Two more. One more. Option to straighten that left leg, lifting the left toe just a little bit, keeping a softness in that back right knee so that we're able to maintain some balance with this stretch. So a really interesting thing about this stretch is a lot of times we will use it just to stretch the calves. But what is really significant is this actually can help the health of your knees. It connects to the back of the knee joint, and then it connects all the way up through the middle back to your jaw. So this doesn't just target the calves. One more big breath. Exhale, relax. Let's take that foot down. Inhale, flat back, reverse swan dive, come up. Let's step both our feet so that they're at hips width again. Practicing that gentle rocking motion forward and back, forward and back. Option to close the eyes. So I won't say anything is easier or harder because work is kind of subjective. I will say this, once we close our eyes, it's very common for it to feel harder. It's more common for it to feel like a balance challenge when we close our eyes. Shifting forward at some point, maybe adding in just a tiny lift of the heels, looking down, even when eyes are closed, still feeling or sensing that we're gazing over the cheeks and past the tip of the nose. Big inhale out from the ribs, reach, and then exhale, relax, and let the body relax. Let's take the feet out really wide. So just a note here, the wider the stance, the more pressure it is going to put on the hips. At any time, if your body starts to get achy, or if you feel like fire running down your leg, bring the feet in. So from here, we're in a standing straddle, seeing that our right toe stays forward the whole time. If there was a wall next to our foot, we'd want the edge of the foot to be directly parallel to that wall. This is very important for alignment of the bone so it doesn't pinch your nerves. Let's lift our left toe, pivot on the heel, and turn the left toe all the way out this direction. So our feet are perpendicular. Who knew we'd ever use math in yoga? Who knew? Or geometry, right? From here, let's take the arms out. Allow your tailbone to shift back towards your right heel. Both legs are straight, but they're not locked out. Very important. Let's keep reaching out with the left arm. Imagining we're trying to reach our ribs and our armpit over the left knee. From here, we're lowering that left hand down, noticing where it lands naturally on the body. If it lands directly on the knee, let's make a decision to either go lower or higher. Higher is safer, just FYI, especially if you've ever had lumbar pain. We're taking our right arm straight up, Working with just a little bit of rotation. Inhale in place. And now exhale, take that arm behind you and down. Turn that right shoulder in and then circle the arm up. So we're going to do a big trunk rotation with isolated foundation. Exhale down. Inhale, open. At the top of the breath, reach, maybe even look up for balance. Exhale, take it down. Exaggerate the breath. That's where all the power is in this. Exhaling down, turning that right shoulder in. Inhale, open. Just one more. Lots of rotator cuff movement, trunk movement, spine, psoas. Let's hold it up. We're turning our thumb in, bending the elbow, bringing the knuckles to our low back. Let's add in our little detox today. Looking down at the floor, exhale all the way, and now act surprised. 1, 2, 3, just real quick, and then release that contraction. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale in place, exhale all the way. Push into the inner blades of the feet. 1, 2, 3, surprise. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Take in an easy inhale. Easy exhale. 1, 2, 3, surprise. Hold the contraction in the navel. 3, 2, 1, relax. From here, let's bend that left knee. Push off the left leg, rising up to warrior 2. Turning the left palm up, reaching down with the right hand. Reaching straight up with the left arm, keeping that deep lunge on the left knee, looking up towards the sky. This pose in particular can be very useful for lifting metabolism and helping to efficiently digest food. Breathe into the upper left lung. Exaggerate the breath at the top of the breath. Reach a little more. 1 more. Big inhale. And now exhale, relax that hand down. Let's straighten our legs, pivoting at the heel, turning the left toe forward, taking a look at that left foot, making sure that if there was a wall here, the foot would be lined up with a wall. Lifting our right toe, pivoting to the side, keeping both legs straight without locking out the knees. So not only do we want to unlock the knees so that we stay a little more fluid and open to different opinions and different decisions, but we also don't want to lock out because we want healthy circulation, right? Don't want anyone to pass out. Let's extend the arms out. Reaching out, our tailbone is tilting back towards our left heel. So in its essence, we're trying to open this left side hip as much as possible. As we reach out, imagining that that right rib is lifting and pulling over your knee. If it feels hard, you're doing it right. If it feels easy, reach more. You might get warm in any of these poses too. You might get a little wave of heat. Let's take the hand down, noticing if it's more comfortable above or below the knee joint. Lifting that top arm up. Imagine you're holding on to 1,000 helium balloons. So it's that sensation of, ah. Yeah, I took choir for 8 years. That's all I got. Ah. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, take the arm down. Let the left shoulder fall in. Keep pushing back into the left foot. Reach forward. Inhale, open. The slower we go, the greater the opportunity there is for the body to correct or to align any joints, any fascial networks. So the slower you go, the better off. The person who moves the slowest wins today. 1 more big circle. Exaggerate the inhale at the top of the breath. We're reaching and then exhaling down. Let's take our left hand to our low back. Rolling that left shoulder back and maybe pressing the right armpit towards me. Looking down at the floor for a moment so we can practice our detox here. Exhaling all the way. 1, 2, 3, surprise and hold. Navel in, navel up. Raise your eyebrows with this, animate the face, and now release that contraction, staying in the pose. One easy cycle of breath. Let's try our surprise breath. Inhale, full exhale. 1, 2, 3, surprise and hold. Navel in, navel up, strong belly contraction. 3, 2, 1, release the belly. We have one more of those detox contractions. Inhale in place. Exhale all the way. 1, 2, 3, surprise. Belly in and up. Maybe even twist a little more at the waist. Pull that shoulder back. And now release it all. Let's bend our right knee. Push off the right leg. Coming into our warrior 2 expression. Nice deep lunge on that right knee. So we are about to open the liver. Proceed with caution on this. If you already ate a lot, sometimes it just doesn't feel good. Let's turn the right palm up, left hand down, reaching straight up with the right arm, keeping that healthy lunge in the right knee, breathing into the upper right lung. So knees regulate stubborn behavior. The liver and ribs on the right side of the body regulate anger. So maybe on the count of 3, just go grrr. Let's all try it together. Big inhale. 1, 2, 3. Grrr. There you go. Allow the breath to release with it any anger, any tension that might be hiding in there. One more inhale. And then exhale, relax. Straightening our right leg, turning both toes forward. Let's inch the feet in, touching the toes. Maybe there's a little space between the heels, maybe not, but definitely turning those toes in. And if we had walls on either side, outer edges of the feet would be flush with 2 walls. Let's inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bending the knees. We're pushing our hips back, arms coming down to the heart into chair pose. 2 more flowing chairs. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart, hips go back. One more just like this. Big inhale. Getting nice and low. You do not have to keep your back up, like back against the wall with chair. That's actually more dangerous to the low back. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, come to center again. This time we're sliding our thumbs to the right armpit, and then we're twisting towards the right. Push your right hip forward and left hip back. I promise I said it right. No, I didn't. Push your right hip forward and left hip back. Looking over the right shoulder. Bring the chin to the chest. Exhale all the way. 1, 2, 3, surprise. Belly in and up. Pull up, twist a little more. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Let go at neutral. Bring the hands to center and relax for a moment. Shake the head yes. Then turn it left and right. Bending the knees deeply, hands to the thighs. Let's flatten our back. When you're ready, reverse swan dive. Big inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Hips go back. Knees are deeply bent. Flat back, sliding the thumbs to the left armpit. Twisting towards the left. Pushing the left hip forward. Right hip back. I saw it. I can't see y'all at home, but I see y'all. Y'all did it. Good. So twisting to the left, we have that left shoulder pulling back, left hip pressing forward, creating a deep, deep detox for the body. Free spa treatment today. Looking down at the floor, chin to chest. Exhale all the way. Pause, belly in and up. Scooping up the organs, twisting maybe a little more after we do that scoop. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and now release it all to center again. Slowly come around and relax. Shake off the head and neck. Breathe from the throat. Let's all walk our hands up to the thighs, bending the knees, flat back. Easy does it for the sake of blood pressure. Reverse swan dive. And then exhale, let it go. Let's just circle the arms 3 times. Inhale, circle back. Exhale, back again, back and down. 2 more. Big inhale, maybe the biggest of the day. Big exhale. Good, relax it all. All right, let's do just a little bit of cupping to wrap up our session today. Bringing the arms out in front of us. Right hand to the left from the wrist into the shoulder, just a couple times. And then flip it over. Other arm. So if you didn't already eat, you'll probably have an appetite after this. Rest and digest. That's right. All right. Let's take it so that we're coming down on the inner knees, over the front of the hip, and into the gut. All right, let's take the arms over. This is from our lymphatic drainage series that we had in December. If you feel like the soft indentations here in the shoulders, you're just going to press right there with your fingers and now start to pull down towards the sternum. 3 of these. Over again. This is called rinsing the neck, draining the lymphatic system from the upper body into a thoracic duct. 1 more. Little squeeze, pull down, and drain. All right, in closing, let's just find a comfortable standing position. Shoulders are down and back, chest is open, palms open to work a little bit with balance, closing the eyes, lower the head just enough so that if there was an egg on our head, we would want it to roll off. Imagine that you're gazing past your cheeks, past the nose to the floor. Notice any sensations behind the eyes. Attempting to soften the energy that's between the eyes and the brain itself. There are so many tiny muscles in here that work so very hard for us all day. So many little nerves also that could use a little break. As you inhale in through the nose or the mouth, imagine you're breathing into the middle of your brain. And then exhale, sense that you're breathing out from the middle of the forehead. Inhaling, the breath pulls into the body, up to the very middle of our brain. And as we exhale, there's an energy from the midbrain to the middle forehead that opens. Let's try maybe 3 to 5 more breaths like this. You might even see the breath, breathing in a lovely blue light to the middle of the brain. And then exhaling a bright white light from the midbrain out the third eye. As we jump into this new year, affirming all is well. Everything is just as it should be. If you notice any resistance to that, maybe change it. I am willing to think that everything will be well. I am willing to consider that everything is the way it should be. When you're ready, drawing hands to the heart in traditional closing, let's draw in a deep breath together. Let it go with a sigh. And namaste means have a good day.